Americans from coast to coast are making their voices heard about the Israel-Hamas war. Rallies are taking place in cities across the country, with the polarizing issue prompting increased security in the affected communities.
Federal and local law enforcement are on alert, they say, for potential anti-Semitic attacks on U.S. soil amid the threat of violence and possible lone wolf attacks. Joining us now, NBC News investigative correspondent Tom Winter, who digs into all of this for us, covers law enforcement very much for NBC. I want to ask about New York State first, because I think that's the largest Jewish community outside of Israel here in New York. What are some of the increased security measures that you're seeing here?
Sure. So on a regular basis, if everything was calm in the Middle East, there are NYPD patrols at synagogues. There's a police presence, private security, not just in New York City at various houses of Jewish worship, but all across the general tri-state area because of the size of that population, as you mentioned, Kate. So the NYPD says, look, we've beefed up those patrols. We've beefed up our visible presence, their intelligence gathering presence. They've done that as well. And they've also looked at, is there anything that we need to be concerned about as far as threats to Islamic institutions as well? People kind of attacking those based on what Hamas has done overseas.
I mean, and to that end, right, the potential for threats. The president has said Homeland Security and the FBI are coordinating with local and state authorities. What's being done at the national level?
Right. So they talk about this idea that there are no specific or credible threats. And then I think people hear that and they think about, well, what about the Tree of Life attack that happened at the synagogue? What about all the anti-Semitic rhetoric that we see day in and day out, combined with this violent terrorist attack by Hamas? How can you say that? They're being specific that they haven't seen any threats, any direction from overseas for people to conduct attacks here in the United States because of what Hamas did. So that's what they're speaking about there. But of course, open any social media platform. People are talking about this. The rhetoric is very heated and it's very concerning. And that's what the FBI and these large state law enforcement agencies are focused on.
In some cases, hateful, some of the speech that's 100%. Out there.
Yeah, emotions are high for sure. Tom Winter, thank you.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.